All right, ladies, welcome back to Global Gaming Men's Fair Game Podcast Season 2.
I'm not kidding. I was really excited this morning. Like, I think I had extra coffee, so I apologize in advance. But walking in here, I was like, I love this. Like, I'm super excited to be here.
We're back at the Light and Wonder studio. Yeah. Love this place. They treat us like queens.
Yes, we love these guys.
How excited are we to be back?
Love it. Love it.
So happy. And I'm sad that I'm not with y'all in person, but thank you for the virtual flexibility on this trip that was extended unexpectedly. But just can't wait to be back in person and so happy to be back for season 2 in general.
That's okay. Yes. Technology is incredible, and we can still have you here a part of the conversation. I love that.
We feel your energy and your sunshine.
Always.
So always glad to see you.
I've missed you, ladies, so much, and I'm still having a hard time grasping the fact that it's been an entire year since we launched this podcast. And I'm incredibly humbled by the listeners and how many lives we've impacted. And it's been such a cool journey. What do you guys think?
Thousands of views and thousands of listens. And it's really cool. I mean, the numbers are staggering. I'm super excited. And this is just year 1, girl. Like, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Oh, you just wait.
Okay. I can't wait.
Guys, and thank you for the outreach. Every LinkedIn message, every email, all of it. It means so much to us. I've screenshotted so much and added it to my happy folder. It's informed the content that we want to bring to you all as well. So just thank you so much for the outreach and keep it coming.
Okay, hang on. You have a happy folder? Tell us.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Talk about it.
Highly recommend. It's just a folder in my Outlook, and I just titled it Happy Folder, and I'll screenshot or forward over, sweet messages. So if I'm ever having an imposter moment, because it's, just a moment, it comes in waves. It's not a chronic condition. It's not a syndrome. But if I'm having a imposter moment, I'll just go back to my Happy Folder, and it gives me that little confidence boost to keep going.
That is very Bronwen, and It really goes with your nickname of Sunshine. It's perfect. I think that was incredible. Okay.
And what an intro for this episode.
Exactly.
Because, hello, we didn't plan that.
No,
that was amazing.
Yeah. We didn't plan that.
But that's a great idea. I think I might have to steal that.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
So before we jump into our cool main topic for today, I just wanted to ask everybody, what was your favorite memory from season 1? What'd you love? Anika, you want to start?
I actually loved when we went to G2E and we had a chance to just really, because for me, that really solidified the impact. We're here, and I think it was a little bit abstract to me until we were there. And people were, saying, I found GGW through the Fair Game podcast, or I enjoyed listening to you, or, I see the big kind of,
the
buttons that we all had.
Yeah. Thanks,
and
Kate.
People were coming. Yes, Kate, amazing. So I really like that. I think my other would be when we first kicked it off, and it was just the 4 of us like this the very first time, and not knowing what it was going to become, and just having that conversation and putting our intentions out into the universe. So.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Kate, what about you?
So I'm all about the amount of people I got to meet last year, because tons of amazing stories that I know, I'd like to be funny and everything, but touching stuff that I wouldn't normally be really receptive to was really impactful to me. So I love the Bronwen spotlight everybody and show all their, successes and their bravery. All that was really fun. And I also would, if I didn't talk about the Jell-O in the shower,
oh, that was mine. You just took my favorite.
I have to. I don't think I literally almost peed my pants a little bit when that on that episode. So I just think it was so real, and so I love how this podcast has been so real, and I think we can continue that. So
yeah, I agree. Bronwen, how about you?
Okay, well, Anika, you totally stole my answer. Wait, what? At G2E, I completely agree about how we were able to actually see the impact in action, right? I feel like being in person with everyone and getting to, record those short form discussion clips, right, on the show floor in the GGW retreat, it just so perfectly epitomized our mission, right, of why we wanted to create this podcast and, create conversation. But I just love the diversity of the content that we were able to provide last season, right? The casino one-on-ones are so impactful. I already, I was going back and referencing certain ones. I was asked to speak on a panel in December of last year around AI, and I was listening back to our AI and casinos, episodes. So just really educational. But then beyond that, right, the mindset shifts, right? Like Kylie coming in and Amanda talking about how mindset matters, right? And just the depth of the content that went so far beyond gaming as well. I'm really proud of our diversity of content and how it was able to impact.
Yeah, so I have to agree. So the three of you said it great. I don't think I could say that any better, but I have a couple of fun ones, I think, that my earring adventure, thanks to Kate, has and jewelry.
Yes.
Statement
We can see it today,
pieces.
girl.
Yes, this is for you.
You're owning that.
I think our exploration in statement pieces is definitely one of them. And with that, we have glasses, and we'll talk about that a little later in the episode. But another one for me specifically, Bronwen got me to wear the brightest blazer I've ever owned in my entire life. Yeah. It was yellow, and I felt like literal sunshine. Like I felt like I was a highlighter, like blinding everyone. And she's just sitting across the table, like it's not that. And I'm so like visibly uncomfortable because I wasn't in black, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so uncomfortable. So yeah, just like
you looked wonderful.
Yes,
I think that goes hand in hand with stepping outside of our comfort zone and doing this insane adventure together and not knowing what we're doing and finding our steps along the way. And I think that's been one of the coolest parts for me.
Yeah, and I've learned so much about you guys.
Oh, what were you going to say, Kate?
I was going to say, I've learned so much about you. Like, Lauren, and the fact that you would never sport a yellow blazer. Never would have thought that. So I learned so much. I know. Bronwen, what about you?
Yes, I was actually just going to echo that exact sentiment, right? Getting to know you ladies. And I already knew Kate well, membership, chair and co-chair, all of that. But Anika, like our happy hours together, and Lauren, our elongated rapid fire. I don't think we can call them rapid fire anymore.
Nothing happened about it.
But I just love you all and our little pod family, our little pod squad.
I love it.
So I, over the summer, it's a long time ago now, so this has been brewing in our brains for quite some time, but we had this idea. My friend Kate here goes on Instagram, see things, buys things, tries things, right? So like it's a whole, everything. It's
yes.
bad. So I thought it'd be cool if we all tried something. So more so our listeners could have an opportunity to not have to if we don't recommend it, or they may find like the coolest life hack they ever thought possible. So when we started planning, I asked you ladies to try a few things. I know Bronwen took it one step further and tried like 30, but I think I'm excited because I want to hear what you all tried. I want to hear your experiences. And I know that there's some crossover, which I think should be really cool. Yes. So Kate, because this was inspired by you, I think you need to kick it off and you need to tell us some of the things you tried.
Okay, so you're not kidding. When you talk about Kate has tried it,
yes.
It's like it's there and I just have to click buy. It's like a weird, my finger just doesn't, I don't have control. So this has been almost like, I don't know, almost a year now. And I will caveat that I've had some really great experiences and some really not great. So I'm going to start with one of my better experiences. And I think my husband will agree to this. So for his birthday, I bought him a sauna, I would call it a sauna sack. Okay. It literally, you lay it on your bed, you get in it, and it heats up to like 170 degrees and you just sweat. And I know infrared is like a big thing right now, right? Hot works and all this other stuff. But I love this, and this is a girl moment I'm having with the sweat sack because I don't get my hair sweaty. So I'm in the sack, but I don't have to do a hair wash every day.
Smart.
Yes.
So smart.
So for me, I'm telling you, this sack is amazing. Now, a couple caveats. It does get really hot. Yeah. To the point where I was telling Lauren, I had to buy like a full bodysuit to wear inside the sack. Because if I don't, I get these like random red marks all over. So totally works. Highly recommend adding some sort of inside layering to go with it.
Full body suit.
It's amazing though. I put my watch on exercise mode while I'm in this bag. And I burn just as many calories in this bag that I do going for a 30-minute walk. Mind blown.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's my first. I love it. I'm a big fan so far. So yeah, that's one of hundreds. So we could keep going to someone else because I think I was gonna.
Okay, so mine actually is kind of similar. So I bought that portable. Well, my husband bought it for me. It was a great gift, but it was a portable steam room. So
the pop-up kind.
Yeah. Like you literally pour some water in, turn it on, it like boils it up, pushes the steam through the tube into this little room, and you like sit there and you're like sitting in steam, and it's pretty incredible because like steam rooms are expensive and like you don't want to go drive to one and then all that, whatever. So this is pretty incredible. I will say it it takes like 20 minutes to get going. So it's really not that much of like, not much work or not much lead up time. And I love steam. It's really good for my sinuses. But now I'm thinking maybe I need to try the, what'd you call it?
Sweat sack.
Sweat sack.
Which is probably inappropriate and not the name of the product.
100%.
But
Just gives
I love
very
it.
interesting visuals.
But I'm thinking because of the hair issue, right? Like you don't want your hair, like that's gross.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I don't know. I'm thinking I might try that next.
yeah. Oh, and I didn't
With a
mention
full
this.
bodysuit, but I will not take pictures of that.
Not a good idea. No, you don't want to know what the bodysuit looks
No.
like afterwards, too. But I totally forgot to mention the sweat sack has armholes. So somebody asked me, like, what do you do when you're sitting in that thing, right? So it had these armholes, and you can have your phone or your Kindle, and you can read. And like,
Bron.
Oh my God, I'm influenced.
I
I'm
I
completely
need a
influenced
visual.
right now.
I need just kind of like, even if it's just for our group.
yeah, don't worry, I'll take a picture. Yeah, I'll send that around later today. Okay, so moving beyond. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so Anika, talk to us. What did you try?
Oh, so I mean, I tried a number of things because I have a similar affliction to Kate in that I see things and I have to just kind of buy it, and it's so easy. But the one thing that I just kept on seeing is the vibration plate. So I've tried that. Oh, yeah. And it's one of those things that I don't know. I don't know if I love it yet. It's kind of one of those things that it's very weird. And I think we were talking earlier that maybe it's the new kind of shake jar or whatever it is.
Shake weight.
And so I get on it, and one, I think you kind of get bored. So you get on and just just super vibrating, and it's crazy. And you just kind of feel a little bit weird. And so I have the resistance bands, but sometimes I don't know if that's worse because maybe I'm not the most coordinated. And so then it feels like you're kind of skiing a little bit.
Are you going to
You're
topple?
Like, topple and trying to kind of go there. But I do know similar, you put it on exercise mode and you do burn calories. It's amazing when you kind of see that, it's the same thing as, the same thing. So it's weird how it works. I just need to, adjust my brain to that.
So
Okay,
we're on a maybe.
Yeah, I think
well,
maybe.
I'm on a yeah. So
Okay.
So
Okay.
through this conversation, I'm now discovering I also have the same problem everyone else has. I just hit by. So I tried the vibration plate too, and I love it. It's weird, it's wacky, it makes you feel crazy, and because visual of that, yeah, that is exactly what it is. But I mean, it's awesome, and it does burn a lot of calories.
It
And,
does, yeah.
I mean, they have different settings and stuff. So like, it got up so high at one point, I was like, I'm so uncomfortable. But I like it. I like it. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Bronwen, talk to us. What did you try?
Yes. Okay. You're right. I tried so many. I tried to narrow it down for this episode. So I narrowed it down to four of my favorites. So these are what I'm passionately obsessed with right now. I'll start with my Hatch Restore alarm clock / sound machine. Oh my goodness. This has been such a game changer. I know, I forget which episode we were talking about last season, but trying to get up earlier and join the 5 a.m. club, right? And just start your day better. And it's hard. Like, I'm a deep sleeper. I'm not a huge morning person. I've become more of a morning person as an adult, but right, it's still difficult, especially when it's dark outside, it's winter. So the Hatch Restore sunrise alarm clock and sound machine, it's been amazing. It literally wakes you up with sunlight, or what mimics sunlight. It's all customized. You can choose all your different settings in the app. They have different amazing sounds to fall asleep to wake up to. And I have to emphasize, I actually tried, because it's kind of expensive. So I tried a dupe on Amazon for like $50, and it just was not it. It was not worth it. You couldn't change like the lighting settings or like the sound. You couldn't control it from your phone. So I just could not recommend the Hatch Restore enough. It has like changed my mornings and my nights and my nightly routine. So I love it.
We get more sunshine now
Yeah.
than before,
Yeah.
if that's possible.
Sunshine woke up sunshine. So that's perfect.
Yes, I would say too. So I tried a dupe for this next one as well, the Caraway pans. I'm sure y'all have seen those all over Instagram, but I'm in like a crazy mission right now around detoxing my environment. Removing toxins, heavy metals, harsh chemicals, all of that. As most people know, most listeners and y'all, of course, I've unfortunately had multiple experiences with close family members passing from cancer throughout my lifetime, and it's horrible. And plastic in our environment is a huge contributor. And so I don't know if everyone's heard about like the Teflon pans. I used to have them, the non-stick Teflon pans. They're horrible. They're so toxic for your environment. So like if you take one thing away from this episode, like please get rid of your Teflon pans, try to detox your environment. So the Caraway pans, before I invested finally, because they're kind of expensive too, they're ceramic and they're amazing. Before I finally invested, I tried so many different dupes. I tried stainless steel from Home Goods, stainless steel from Amazon. The list goes on. Nothing was good. Like it literally made cooking eggs difficult, even when I was like using my avocado spray. These Caraway pans, they're so easy to cook with. They're super, super healthy. They're beautiful. I mean, I just could go on, but I highly, highly recommend the Caraway pans. I just bought one for my mom.
And I'm not going to lie, I got the Caraway pans for Christmas as a gift from one of my very obnoxious friends that I love the most, because I was in her kitchen and I said, your pans are sexy. Like these look sexy.
I didn't know that pans could be sexy.
I know.
They make food look sexier in this pan. And so I said, what are these? And she's like, this is Caraway. I was like, oh. And I had no idea all these other benefits. I was like, I want my food to look like this. So huge fan. I also have the whole set and I love them.
Okay, great.
So stylish and good for you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Sexy
I love
and
that.
good.
Yeah, sexy
Just
and
what
healthy.
everyone wants.
We love that.
Sexy pans. You're welcome.
Yeah. I would say for my last two, these are more like beauty specific. So the Shark Flex Style. So I used to have a Dyson hairdryer. It like broke pretty recently. Well, soon after that I got it. Just wasn't super impressed. So I was between the Dyson Airwrap and the Shark Flex Style. I am so happy I went with the Shark. Unfortunately, I have not styled my hair today, so I can't show you all how amazing it looks when it's styled by the Flex Style. Because of this trip that I unexpectedly had to extend. But it has just been so amazing. I'm not really like a big hair girly. I could never, like one of my best friends, Virginia, she was a dancer and like her hair always looks so amazing. She knows how to curl it and do all the things, right? Like I'm just not a big hair girly. And the Shark Flex Style has like made me actually be able to achieve that look of, right, like those like loose big waves that are like so stylish right now. Also too, like being mixed, right? I'm half South Asian. It's always been like my hair is a little bit different. So it's more difficult to style. I think that's been a big reason, though I haven't been like a huge hair girly as well. But the Shark has just completely changed that. And like the first time I ever did my hair, I was like so shocked I couldn't stop taking selfies. And now I just love it so much. I'm like, maybe we should add some of those selfies. Just kidding, definitely not. But it is just so good. I highly recommend as well. And then I know some of y'all have tried this too, the Omnilux Red Light Therapy Mask. I am so obsessed. I'm actually not a big makeup girly either. Very focused on skincare and my regular Scentsy peels, facials, really intentional about, investing in good products. But I don't really wear makeup. Like I'm only wearing mascara and under eye concealer right now. And the red light therapy I was doing in my esthetician for years, and I'm so happy to finally be able to do it pretty much daily at home. The way that it improves collagen, or increases collagen production, as well as reduces inflammation. It makes your skin so smooth. Like the texture is all even. It reduces fine lines and wrinkles. It's just so good.
We talked about this a little bit, though. There's other benefits to this mask, and that isn't including scaring your family. Like when you have this on, you like walk around the corner and you're like, oh, what is happening? What are you wearing? But you tried this too, and you said you really like this one.
I do. And honestly, like I'm getting to that age where it's the time that I have to start really focusing. I love that Bronwen's like, oh yeah, I've been doing, face stuff since she's like 20, right? Like I love that. Wait till you're like, in your 40s, girl. And then it's like necessary, right? But I feel like the red light kind of just like makes it feel like tighter. I don't know. And I feel like I get a little bit of sun with it. I don't know. I like it. I'm a big fan so far. Maybe not to like the daily routine, but definitely like at least twice a week.
So I have it. I haven't tried it yet. I keep on saying, okay, today is the day I'm gonna put on the Jason mask. So it sounds like it's definitely
You just gotta do it.
We're kind of doing it. So
can you
I'm
send us
sold.
a picture when you get home?
I
to
will.
us? Thank
Once
you.
I'm all kind of horror movied out. I'll let
Okay,
you.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's only fair. If I have to share my sweat sack, you have to share something just as inappropriate.
I'm in.
Okay.
I also tried the scalp massage thing. Okay, so I don't really know if it's helping. Like we talked about, we're getting at the age where like hair's thinning and stuff. So like you want that stuff to grow. So I'm sitting there at the thing and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. So if anything, it just feels really good. It's got the red light. You could drop some like hair oil in there and help it grow, but it's got like heat and I don't know. I like it. It feels good. So I'll keep trying it.
Yeah.
It's really funny. So my daughter loves when you rub her head. And so my grandmother, that's like her favorite thing to do, just sit there and like rub her head.
Yeah.
And she says now, like her follicles are so much better because her grandmother used to do that. I don't know if that's true or not. That's like could be fake news. But the fact that now they have machines to do it for you.
Yeah, you
how
just
lovely.
sit there. You just sit there and like move it every once in a while. I mean, again, you look ridiculous doing these things, and I think that maybe is one of the funnest part. But
Yeah,
like
just
you just
kind of
sit there
like,
and
yeah.
I just watch TV and like
You're
I'm
like,
moving it around my head and like, you know, it feels good.
Okay, I have one since you said ridiculous. Okay, so I tried this one called the zombie mask. And it basically like sucks your face so much.
Oh my God, I have that.
Have you
yes.
seen that?
Yes, no,
Okay.
I have it. And it's like, it looks like you're kind of Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, and you can't talk, and scaring people. My husband walks in and he's like, "What the did you do to your face? Is that permanent?" I'm like, "No, I just washed it off." He's like, "Are you sure it's like concrete?" And I was like, No, it's fine. It's gonna be great." But when I took it off, I expected like this amazing result from all that tight. I did not get it. So I'm gonna be like a no on the zombie mask.
So that's a pass. No zombie mask.
No
Okay.
zombie mask.
Okay, so maybe this is a different thing because this was like more, it wasn't a mask. It was like, this little plastic thing that you tie in and it's supposed to kind of, you sleep in it. So yeah, no.
I don't know that one.
No, okay.
But we do have to talk about the Korean overnight face mask.
Yep, you
which
did mention
is
that one.
literally the third ad on every Instagram
Yes,
I'm
yes.
doing right now. And I'm going to go yes. I'm going to go
Okay.
super yes. And there are multiple brands, so you have to get the right brand. I think we could do a whole episode on dupes.
Yeah.
Because I try all the dupes first, right? And then I go money if I have to, which we'll talk about in a second because I have another one. But I lost my train of thought because there's so many things going in my head right now.
The mask.
Oh yeah,
The mask,
the Korean mask. So
Got you.
I was telling you, you have to put it on and leave it on for like an hour to where it sucks to your face. Because if you try and sleep in it right when you put it on, it's just gonna slide off. and
Yeah,
it doesn't
guilty
work.
user error. So,
Okay, user error.
User error.
so I was like, I will retry.
But literally pull it off, and it's like magical,
You just glow?
glistening skin. Yes.
Okay. All
And
right.
the people on those ads, I bet their faces look like that. There was one, the guy did on. He was a esthetician or whatever. He did the skin how moisturizes my skin before and
Oh,
after.
yes, I did see that.
So cool. Like it actually works.
Could you do a before and after for us in the next one?
Yeah. I feel like my whole my photos are just going to be me trying crap to make everyone else laugh at me. But yes, I'm happy to do that.
Well, we're laughing with you and we're learning things, so it's perfect.
Yes.
What was the last one you wanted to talk about? What
Oh,
was
the
that one?
dupe. Yeah. So my hairdresser was very specific. You need a silk pillowcase. And I said, oh, okay, I'll just buy a silk pillowcase. So I did that. And no bueno, like doesn't do anything. So I that's the one with the dupe. She's like, you have to buy the Blissy. The Blissy is the brand. And I said, okay, what is that? It's 100% real silk. I said, okay, cool. I get it. I try it out. I'm like, yeah, I can feel a little bit of difference. Day 2, I'm like, uh-oh, I got like a weird rash. So yeah,
I didn't expect that.
yeah, I got like a weird rash on my neck. And I'm like, this is weird. Why would I not have it on my face, but I have this rash all over my neck? Third day of the Blissy, I break out.
Oh my God.
Like 100%, my neck is on fire. I have these bumps everywhere. Turns out I'm allergic to silk. Learned my lesson.
Oh,
But didn't
One
have
way to
any.
find out.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Turns out I didn't have any on my face because of all the damn product on my face.
Yes, that was just kind of counteracting all that.
she's covered in
Creating a
masks.
barrier.
Protecting.
Yeah, so learn your lesson. You could be allergic to things. So those little, they tell you to test things. I
Yeah.
never do that. Lesson learned. You should always, if it says test this on a part of your body before you, just cover yourself in it, it's a good idea.
I think we should also have Adam back on and see his reaction to you trying all of these things. Because this has got to be just pure entertainment at home.
It is pretty funny. He was like, you have one rule. Do not stick any needles in your face. That was the one thing I said. Okay, I don't want to start because once I start, it's really hard. My girlfriend was having a Botox party. Have you heard of these?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are a thing.
That's a thing.
I just joined Junior League, and even they have them.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Wow.
I said, this sounds cool. Maybe I should. And my husband, that's like the one hard no, I can't. I'm not allowed to start because once I start, you never stop, right? But I know there's so many good things about Botox too. I mean, I'm not an expert on Botox, but yeah, I mean, the amount of stuff he's seen, he's like, this is the hard and fast rule, blah blah blah, you know, like. So.
Well, I think that's
I like a little talk.
Yeah, it's a pep talk.
I love that talk.
That's a pretty good lead into a call to action. So I think this is a really fun conversation piece. And I think if you're out there listening right now and you've seen something on Instagram and you haven't quite hit buy, send it in to us. We're going to try it. So we're going to try it throughout the season. We're going to report back every time we have a check-in episode. I think it'd be really fun. So email us, Instagram us, get on our socials, get on our LinkedIn page, and just send us what you want us to try. We'll try it for you, especially Kate. Kate's going to try it all.
Speaking of call to action, I need a good dry shampoo.
So recommendations.
Anika.
Yes.
Anika dry shampoo.
Anika,
So
I've
good.
heard that one.
Yeah. You said Anika, what?
Oh, yeah. Anika, do you like Anika? Do you use Anika products?
I do.
She said, I do.
Full circle.
All right. So that's a blast. I can't wait to see how this progresses and some of the things we try. I think by the end of the season, if all of our skin is not perfect and shiny and glistening, we have problems. So let's talk a little bit about season 2, since this is the kickoff episode. What are we most excited about? Anika, do you want to kick us off here? What are you most excited to see for season 2?
I want to see the growth in and just the process and what new develops. I mean, I think we came into this process without any, expectations or knowing what, and I've just been enjoying the journey. So I'm interested to just see what incredible people this brings into our lives, really.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bronwen, how about you?
Yeah. Oh, well said, Anika. I would say I'm really looking forward to increased engagement. I know we're going to be adding some Q&A sections, some more, opportunities to engage via social media, and just kind of going off what Anika and I said about, right, G2E being one of our, favorite moments of the podcast because we got to see that engagement in action. Just really looking forward to more just connection with listeners and our audience and our guests.
Yeah, I love that. Kate?
I'm even going to tail off that one more time. So at G2E, we had a fangirl experience, and I can't get it out of my head because this girl came up, and I've never met her before. She's a younger girl, and she's like, I love your podcast, and literally started fangirl. Can I take a picture with you?
Yes.
Can I and I'm dying because in my head I'm going, what? And then I started asking her, so what do you enjoy about it, right? And she goes, honestly, it just feels so real, and you guys are very relatable, and I love how you talk about blah, blah, blah. I said, what else would you like to hear about? She just started listing, right?
Oh, wow.
And then it becomes, this is what I'm talking about. We want to hear about what you want to talk about, what you think is relevant. So I think the call to action there is let's hear it. We're ready to fangirl with you and talk about what you want to and where you're at and what this space and this industry does for you and how we can bring that all together. So that's what I'm excited about.
No, I agree.
We're representative of you all. Mm-hmm. So we want to highlight the things that you want to hear. We're just regular people in the gaming industry. And so we would just want to be that example and really be able to highlight what you all want to hear.
It's nice that it can be a conversation, and so that we're getting kind of that feedback, and I think that's helping with engagement. So, Bronwen, what you said earlier about wanting to see the engagement, that's really important to me too, because that really shows us that we're making a difference and we're connecting when we get that feedback, and when we are kind of out and when you're telling us what you want to hear and what you want us to bring forth in the podcast. So. Yeah. Keep it coming.
Lauren and I will tell you, we have no idea what we were doing when we had this concept last year, right?
Not a single clue. Not a single clue. But I think, what I'm also learning as we sit here, I need to start answering the question first because you all take my answers. So that's not cool. So now I'm sitting here going, okay, well, what can I say? I actually think our growth is what I'm excited about because from the beginning of the season last year to the end, I mean, we grew so much, but not only in just how do we do this? But also, I think our relationships and the four of us, I think we bonded in a way that I never really expected. So I'd add that too. And I think that's only going to help us with engagement. So it kind of ties hand in hand with all those things.
Yeah. And there's some new stories to be told, right? Yeah. So, lots of our own individual career changes, journeys, life changes, but a lot more stories from those out there that want to tell their story. So it's going to be... just not saying I'm not hyping it up too much because now we got a high bar, but
Yeah.
you know,
Bring it down a little bit. Okay, so it wouldn't be an episode from us if we didn't end it with some rapid fire questions. And once I was writing these and I'm like, wow, there's a theme. You'll see it. Okay, so Kate, you're gonna go first. What
so
is
excited.
your favorite breakfast food?
bacon. Absolutely 100% bacon. Like bacon of all, and I like it with things on it, peppered bacon, even ham is close to bacon, all the bacon. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm so glad you went first.
That was a
Anika?
great question.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
So I have two. So like if I'm with my family, like bacon definitely factors very important. But we do like these big family breakfasts, and so we'll do bacon and eggs and grits and waffles. And so we do this whole kind of like breakfast bar, and all the kids like build out like the most ridiculous thing that they want are the waffles. And I really, really love that because you have that family time and you just can't get past that. And then like if I'm just me by myself, I have this like crazy kind of Greek yogurt bowl. So it has to have yogurt at the base. It can have raspberries and blueberries. Usually I throw some pineapples on there for good measure and a little granola. And then if I'm feeling really fancy, I'll put like honey all over it.
Oh,
And
Do you
so
do it
that-
like in a little
drizzle.
heart shape?
yeah, sometimes just a little heart.
Honey
whatever's
art.
coming through that doing. And so that's kind of like my go-to thing. Just to try to be healthy. And sometimes, with all the honey, it's not as healthy, but like those are my pieces. I think my two kind of going. But like bacon is my happy place too.
What about Canadian bacon?
No.
Literally any bacon. Like
All right, I'm just
Like
it could
in the
be
categories.
I call the line on turkey bacon where that just it's not satisfying. I feel like it doesn't even look like bacon. I can't do it. But
Category
any
all
other,
on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bronwen, what about you?
I like eggs. I like simple old eggs. Anyway, I like them all the ways. I like poached eggs, scrambled eggs, sous vide eggs from Starbucks, whatever. I just love eggs and espresso.
Oh, yeah. Does that count?
Yeah,
that has to
sometimes
count.
that's my entire
enough.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Espresso.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, then I have to change my answer to that. I was gonna say scrambled eggs, but it's the coffee. So yeah, I'm going coffee. But also, we have a ridiculous collection of shaped waffle makers. You know those things you can get
Yeah.
from Target.
Yeah.
Every time a new holiday pops up, we get another one. So we have hearts and skulls.
Yeah,
and
the little individual
four-leaf
ones.
clovers. Yeah, it's getting really out of hand. They're hard to store, but we have every. So if you ever need one, let me know. We have every theme you could think of. All right. So what time do you usually wake up in the morning, Anika?
6:30 a.m. My alarm clock is set for that time, and usually, even if it's not set, I wake up between 6 and 6:30 every day.
Okay.
No matter what time I go to bed.
Bronwen?
So I'm a little bit earlier, actually. I'm like 5 to 5:30 now that I have my hatch and I'm able to get help for my hatch to wake me up.
Sunshine wakes up sunshine.
The 5 a.m. club.
5 a.m.
Okay.
club. I'm gonna pass on 5. So 5:48 specifically. So I don't know what happened, but Lauren told me you don't set an alarm, like your watch wakes you up. And so I thought that's genius. Then I don't wake everybody else up. So I started doing that and I love it. And not to plug another one, but I got the Oura Ring and now I track all my sleep. And so 5:48 specifically. And now I'm waking up like a couple minutes, like right at the same time every day. It's phenomenal.
Okay.
Ooh.
I have you all beat. 4:30.
God.
4:30.
4:30. Yeah. I usually roll into the office at like 7:30, so I try to do something for me in the morning, and then I have to get ready, and then we have to get an 11-year-old out the door and ready for school and stuff. So, that time is important. But yeah,
What time do you go to sleep if you have to get up at 4:30?
that's the difficult part. I try, and it's gonna make me sound so old. I try for 8:30.
Oh, wow.
Try. But sometimes, you got late nights and it's 9:30. I
Sleep
try
maintenance.
not. Yeah, it's really important. But yeah, 4:30.
I don't think that sounds old. I think that's a good time. My bedtime, my hatch starts winding me down at 9 p.m. and then I'm usually asleep before 10. I was actually even chatting with my mom because we're about this yesterday. We're planning this trip to Cabo for Mother's Day. So excited. And all of our dinners, we're making them at like 5 or 6. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm like the early bird special over here. But I'm like, I so prefer an earlier night. And, it makes your sleep better, your quality, and your next day so much better.
Okay, that was actually the next question. So what time do you usually go to bed at night? I'm between 8:30 and 9. Bronwen's 9.
I need to take a lesson from you ladies. I am like not even thinking about sleep until like 11-ish, and then I'm trying to wind down, which is maybe why I'm 6 a.m. club and you guys are all like well awake and have your day started by time I'm stirring. But yeah, like I'm much more
Well,
of a
it's
later on.
interesting.
Yeah.
You're East Coast, Anika.
Yeah.
So I wonder if like there's a difference there, because I didn't get up as early when I lived on the East Coast. Like the world revolves around the East Coast.
Yeah.
So when I start my day, I feel already behind. So I feel like I have to start it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and then still, I mean, I think I'm remote, I'm hybrid, and so I still and I'm on my own, so it doesn't take as much. So I know when you have your working parents and all the other things you need to do, I don't have all of the other things that I need to do in the morning. I just need to take care of myself. So I think that also helps that I don't have so many things I need to do. But I do need to be better about just that whole maintaining and monitoring just your sleep habits, because I do know that that's important, and I am very highly functional on a little sleep, but I know that that's also not a good thing.
Well, I am not highly functional on a little sleep. Not a good idea. Like if we're below 7 hours, we're in trouble.
Ditto.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's crank the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's not a good day.
Yeah.
So,
Might as well just write it off.
Wow, so it's like sometimes if I get 6 hours, I'm like, wow, this is a good day. So I know
Wow.
I need. This is my intervention. I can see it.
Yeah,
I can
sleep
see it.
intervention.
Looking at everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a sleep tracker.
Be better.
Yeah.
Yes, I need the hatch. Got it.
Okay, how about you?
That's
What time?
hot.
yeah, I put my kid to, and I have my doctor recently, because we can talk about hormones in another
Yes.
episode, but my doctor's like, sleep maintenance is so important. So he told me, he's basically like, you need to start winding down at least 2 hours, turn off your mind, then your phone at least an hour ahead of time. Don't lay in your bed if you're going to read and do things. He said the bed is for 2 S's only. Okay. 2 S's. And so
Doing all the wrong things in my bed, clearly.
either way, so we're winding down early. So I would say probably somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock, I'm like feeling good, and then I'm out. Like, and I'm with you if I don't have it. And I love being able to track. You can track it on your iPhone. If you sleep overnight, it'll tell you when you're deep, when you're in REM, and then when you're in light mode. I love seeing it. And frankly, I went back and looked at what the average person is, and it's really deep, really, and then you just kind of like the rest of the night. It's not good for you. You have to like be prepared, and it's so important. So sleep healthy, kids.
Okay,
Yeah.
so time out. So I'm renaming this section to just questions, because nothing about this has been rapid.
Nothing.
So we're
Yeah.
all
Never
aware.
rapid.
Yeah, it's never rapid. So it's just fun questions, really.
Sounds good.
Okay, so is your bed made right now?
Absolutely not.
Anika?
No.
Bronwen?
Well, I'm not at home, so
That doesn't give you an out,
Yeah,
girl.
is your bed
Yes or
made
no?
right now?
I have no idea, honestly.
So I'm the only one here that made their bed this morning.
That's because you got up at the crack of dawn and
Yes.
you have a plan.
Honestly, it changed for me during COVID, because I worked from home and my office was right next to my bedroom, and I would walk by and I would see it, and I hated looking at it unmade. And so it just became a habit. It's like, it takes me a minute. And
It
I
is
just-
so much prettier when it's
Yeah,
done.
I love
I
my
mean,
bed.
I try, but today, like, I had an early flight. Not it's this an excuse, but literally, my house looks like somebody kidnapped me. So if something ever happens,
Just own it.
yeah,
That's what I say.
For right now, it will get better, but yeah,
Okay.
We travel. That's, to be expected.
Yeah.
To be
All
expected.
right. Then I'm the loser that makes my hotel
no,
bed too.
no, that's beautiful.
No, you don't. There are people that come in to do
Wait,
that for
yeah,
you.
I don't. I
One of
just
the best parts of a hotel.
no. You don't necessarily have to like fully make it like so. It's like perfect again. I just kind of pull the blanket, like put the pillows back where they're
Bless
supposed
your
to be.
heart.
Like
But you see, I make it like not, but I make it like before they clean it. So I was like, I don't make it for myself. I make it before someone comes in, so I
yeah,
don't get
I
judged.
just don't. I don't exactly.
I'm
All
eye
right,
judging
whatever.
you
Okay.
right now.
How often do you floss?
When I have shit in my teeth. Sorry. And I do have a problem with cilantro. I don't know what it is, but like Chipotle cilantro only wants to get stuck in my teeth. So that is like the number one floss necessity.
Okay. I'm every morning. I have a water flosser.
Of course you are. You have to get up at 4:30 to be able to add flossing to your list of tasks.
Okay, now we're learning why I get up so early. Anika, how about you?
So I do it at night because I do oil pulling in the morning. So I kind of, it's a weird thing. So I'll do that in the morning. It's super weird and gross, but like you're like 10 minutes of like, coconut oil and mint.
I wanted to try that.
Okay, well, that's your next try it, Bronwen.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you? How
might
often are you flossing?
Pretty often.
Yeah.
Like every other day, probably. Something like that. Several times a week.
Okay,
I get really particular about it. I get like, it feels weird in my mouth if I don't do it often enough.
Same.
I don't know.
It was weird because my son-in-law asked for a water pick for Christmas, and I was like, what is wrong with this kid? Like, of all the things you want to ask for, you want a water pick? And it was like the most exciting gift. So it's a thing. Flossing is a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A luxury, a little luxury.
How often, or how do you usually answer the phone?
Depends on who it is.
Give us an example. Give us a good
If you
one.
called me, I'd be like,
If it was
sup,
me,
girl.
sup.
Sup, girl.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that.
you have heard that. But like professionally, like if it's a rando, I'm like, what do you want? No, I'm just kidding. I just say hello. It's hello.
It's hello. Yeah, it's a hello for
Hello.
me. Hello.
I am a really bad screener, so when I do answer, it depends on who. But like if it's someone like that, it's usually just hello. If it's my siblings or someone closer, it's other things that probably can't
What if
say.
it's Kate?
In this case, like, oh shit, what's wrong?
No, it's like you okay?
Bronwen, how about you?
Yeah, also depends on who it is. But I mean, I'll just be like, hi, if I know the person. But I try to be really intentional about, I don't know if this is true, but I heard once that essentially if you like answer with your name and you don't recognize the number, it could be like a con artist recording your answer and then leveraging it. Like if you're like, hello, this is Bronwen, then they might be like recording it and using your name to like scam, something. And so I never say my name. I'm just always like quiet until if I think it's like a actual spam call, or I'll just say hello instead of this is Bronwen.
So sad.
Or
I
someone
did not
I know.
expect us to go down scam call
Yeah.
route on this.
Or
Yeah.
sometimes I'll say the person's name. I was like, Kate, Lauren.
That's what
That
I
would
expect
make
when
me
I call
happy. Yep.
Anika.
Okay, now you better answer like that every time. Okay, this was fun. Not rapid, but a lot of fun.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
really love this. I think it shows a little bit of our personalities, how unique they all are.
And how much we missed each other, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, let's talk about some of the things going on in GGW. What do we got going on?
Yeah, so some really awesome stuff. One thing we want to highlight is the Harvard Business program that they're currently running. There was a beta test last year.
Oh, I was in it. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
it was awesome. The amount of content that you get access to is bananas, and they've opened it up to all members, which I think is phenomenal. So if you haven't already looked into that, it's on social, it's on the website. Definitely hit the website calendar. New stuff is being added all the time. And I love how social they are. Like every day I'm like, ooh, new Instagram, double click, new Instagram, double click. So it's great to see us getting out into different parts of the US too. So I know Vegas is a big piece, but they just were in Columbus. They're all over the place. So I'm super excited to see us regionally too. So.
Yeah, and One Up, One Down mentorship program is coming out of the beta program, so we're going to be able to expand that to a lot more. So if you want to be a mentor or get a mentor, you can join this program. And I think in a little bit here, you'll see some things on social where you can go in and apply, and you can be a mentor or be a mentee or be both.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, so much good stuff coming out this year. So,
All right. Well, I'm really excited about season 2. I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun.
yeah, thanks for sharing. This felt like a very fun start to the
was.
season.
Yeah. Super fun.
Yeah.
All right, ladies,
Yeah.
signing off. We'll see you on the next one.